Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for those two legends of sport. It's Beefy and the Bull.
Hello everyone, this is Beefy and the Bull. I remember playing in the 72 grand final.
Oh, 72! Doesn't go down like a sack of spuds this week.
None of this soft stuff.
Oh, Beefy! Oh, you've come out all guns blazing, mate.
Beefy and the Bull. Beefy and the Bull. Beefy and the Bull. Beefy and the Bull. Beefy and the Bull.
Yes, good morning everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Running a bit late today. We had to get a lift in from Tommy, which was...
Wonderful bloke.
Wonderful
bloke. I tell you what, how are you, Beefy? You good, brother?
I'm
buddy
good.
boy,
It was a
buddy
big
boy?
night up the sunny coast, accepting more awards at the Bowls Club up there. But let's move on. We'll talk about that next week. We've got a lot to get through today. One thing that I must mention is we're coming into summer. A lot of surfing competitions on. And lately, only last week, down at Cabarita, one of the surfing competitions had to get delayed because of a shark sighting. A lot of sharks out and about. It's happening all around the world at the moment. I don't know. All these sharks are coming out from everywhere. You know, times have really changed. Like they called it off and postponed it. You know, I remember back in the 72 Arctic Pro.
72?
Yes. Remember we went there for that one?
Yeah.
And I was surfing there, and not only you got to contest against the freezing temperatures there.
Bloody cold. More wrinkles than inches.
It was cold, all right. But we actually had people in there employed to burley up the water just to add a bit more excitement. You know, it really did sort out the competitors there. But it wasn't so much the sharks that were a problem, it was the killer whales.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they sorted out a few of us down there. I remember in the 72 Arctic Pro, I was running second. I was coming in on my last wave when this killer whale charged at me head on. Now, did I ask for the competition to stop?
No.
Did I go, oh, dearie me, oh, there's a killer whale sighting, which we better, go in? No. What did I do? I jumped from my board onto the killer whale, spun him around and surfed him to the shore. And I won the competition with the largest score ever recorded.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oddly enough, though, they did put a stop to the Arctic Pro after that.
Yeah, but at least you got that job at SeaWorld out of it. What did you leave there again?
Well, I got accused of running an illegal gambling dolphin racing events. Which was a bit harsh.
I remember, and I told him you didn't do it on purpose.
Oh, my goodness me. All right, let's move on to the NRL. Now, the AFL this week, of course, they've gone into their finals.
Yes. We're going to do next week, we're going to do a finals preview, but they got the week off, so straight into the NRL. Broncos, Cowboys.
It's all over for the Broncos. They played last night.
Oh, right. Yeah,
and congratulations, Broncos, on winning the coveted wooden spoon. I mean, all year they played like rubbish. And there's a bit of competition there between Canterbury and the Broncos. Who could play the worst? But the Broncos eventually come out on the bottom.
They bloody did it. Good on you, all the guys up there. Must be very proud of themselves. Titans, Knights.
I tell you what, that's going to be a strange one. I'm going to go Knights.
Rabbitohs, Roosters.
Oh, that's going to be a horrible game. I think the Roosters.
Bulldogs, Panthers.
Goodbye, Bulldogs. Panthers are going to run all over them.
Sharks, Raiders.
Oh, I'm going to go Raiders.
West Tigers, Eels.
Eels.
Warriors, Manly.
Warriors.
Dragon, Storm.
Storm will win that. Not a problem in the world.
Good said,
Beefy. I'm going to go into... I've got a bit of a prediction coming up with the AFL.
You're going straight into a bold prediction. Taking charge here.
The AFL, yes. Does anyone apart from me think it's very coincidental that the Brisbane AFL team are on top of the ladder and the AFL team up here is now hosting the grand final? Coincidentally, Victoria gets shut down. So they have to have it up here. Does something seem a little
not
bit...
another one of your conspiracies.
It seems a little bit odd to me.
It's not odd. It's just that AFL threw a bunch of cash at Palaszczuk, like a pig in a pancake parlour.
What?
like a pig in a pancake parlour. Like the pig's eating like the pancakes. Like you've heard that analogy before.
No, I haven't. I don't think anyone's heard that analogy before.
No, yeah,
Pig
you
in
know,
a-
there's a bloody,
Doesn't even-
there's a pig eating all the pancakes or the money. Now you got to be all rolled up. Beefy, you got to be all rolled up. And I tell you, we're talking about all rolled up. You know what's got me all rolled up?
What has got you rolled up this week?
I can't travel anymore. You know, we've had so many
Unless you're an
adventures.
AFL player.
You know, you and I, Beefy and the Bull, travelling, doing things.
Yes,
Nobody can
yes.
travel. It's got everyone all rolled up. And I was
Yes.
thinking about that, and you know, I remembered some of our adventures in that day that I climbed Mount Everest.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah. We'll pick up the
Number of
story.
days, number of
Oh,
days.
mate, we'll pick up the story at base camp. I'm sitting at base camp, and guess who walks past?
Oh, no.
Bradbury.
Stephen Bradbury.
He had more Sherpas than you could poke a pole vault at, and he's looking around like he's expecting someone. That's when I realised maybe I'm in his head.
Yes,
Yeah.
finally.
I'm wearing a beanie and goggles so he doesn't know it's me. I mean, everyone was. And the plan obviously is to beat him to the summit. To cut a long story short there, Beefy,
Too late for that.
we've been climbing to the top for days, and I've been shadowing him. My observations? Well, Bradbury's slow, really slow. And I've got to tell you, he goes through Sherpas like you go through Weet-Bix. Anyway, with 50 metres to the summit, he stops for a break. He used 4 Sherpas as a makeshift mattress and 1 more as a sleeping bag. Looked painful, to be honest. Anyway, this was my chance. I crept past him, and as I did, I whispered in his ear, "Sweet dreams, brothers." As I made my way to the top, the excitement hit me. I was about to beat Bradbury. Adrenaline was pumping through my veins, and with 1 more step to go to the summit,
Yes.
I passed out.
That's
Yeah,
right,
I've been told by fellow hikers that Bradbury woke up at this point, realised what was going on, and got 7 of his 63 Sherpas entourage to lift me down to Mount Everest, past base camp, and onto an airplane for Nantucket, down to Nantucket. And when I came to, I tell you what, Nantucket is pretty close to the first words I said. It's happened again, Beefy.
You got Bradbury.
Bradbury.
You got Bradbury.
Bradbury.
Yes.
So I'm
You
all
got-
rolled up, mate.
I can imagine.
I
can
don't need a
imagine.
drink of water today, but I tell you what, I'm bloody rolled up.
Yes, I can tell. Well, we'll move on because we've got to get through a few things. Beef of the week. My beef of the week
Talk
this
to me.
week. I was driving along the other day, and one of these brand new little sports bikes pulled up. Brand new motorbike. You know, really flash colours and all the bits and pieces. Not like back in our day. And I had the Norton. One
Classic.
won the Isle of Man on the Norton. But this young fella's pulled up, and he's got his girlfriend on the back. Now, the back seat on these, the pillion seats, are 4 foot higher than the rider's seats, the driver's seats.
Ridiculous.
And the foot pegs are up even higher.
Ridiculous.
So when you're sitting on these bikes, you look like a greyhound humping a tennis ball. It is ridiculous. So this young girl is sitting on the back of this bike with her knees around her ears, hanging on to the bloke in front. They look ridiculous.
Absolutely.
So my beef of the week is stop these ridiculous-looking bikes making people look like greyhounds humping tennis balls.
Mate, absolutely, I totally agree with that. And you know what? What's wrong with the old sidecar? You know,
Exactly.
she won't go in the back, chuck her on the sidecar.
sidecar.
And you know, I think that's a great beef of the week. And
Wonderful.
sport waits for nobody.
Have a great week, everyone. We'll catch you next week.
Have a good one, folks. See you next week.
Beefy and the Bull. Beefy and the Bull. Beefy and the Bull.
Memphis Mayhem Radio, 101.3.